Hey everybody, Shaving Nobody Else's Auto. We got more cool new inventory to share with you tonight. I've had a ton of stuff coming in, getting way behind bringing it to you. So let's get one of them tonight. 1978 Olds Toronado Brougham. Now this car was outside when I found it, but apparently it has been inside for a really long time because it actually doesn't look too bad for its age. The paint even looks like it would still have some life left in it. So I was really shocked at the condition. This car looked pretty good. However, the engine is a part in it. So I must have had an engine issue years ago. Somebody took the engine apart and just parked it. And that's kind of how it got left sitting. But if we look at this car, I mean, it's pretty straight. It has these factory pinstripes still on it. The trim looks good. The glass looks good. It even has this partial vinyl top, and the partial vinyl top even still looks good. It's not all split out and ripped out. So it had to have been inside. When you see this was a Brougham, it has the little Brougham quarter windows in it. And overall, the car really just doesn't look all that bad. The whole front of the car is still intact. It's not beat up. The header panel's not broken up. The grill's not busted out. This car even still has the Oldsmobile tag on the front that they put on Oldsmobiles in the late 70s when they were new. We come over here to this side of the car and more of the same. Really not in bad shape, decent paint, not tore up, not beat up. Even the top doesn't look too bad. Inside of this thing, the seats look pretty good. Now, these did have these door panels, these molded door panels that typically split out on this era of GM cars, which it has done that. But the rest of this car, even the padding here on the door pulls, the seats, really still all looks pretty decent. Now, this was a Toronado Brougham, so obviously this car was pretty well loaded up. A Toronado was a luxury car anyway. This one being a Brougham, it was definitely top of the line. So this car is loaded with a lot of options on it. We take a look in here and we can see some of the options this thing has. Factory cruise control, factory AM FM 8-track, the dash even still looks halfway decent in this car. Has the little Brougham emblems on the door panel. And believe it or not, we've still got the original books for this car. Originally sold to Northgate Home Furnishings, Hutchinson, Kansas, May 23rd of 1978. So the original warranty info, maintenance schedule, tire info, listening pleasure, owner's consumer information, and owner's manual, all still here with this Toronado. Oh, when they had, and the receipt when they put a battery in the car in 1980. So always cool to find all that information still with the car. And even the back seat in this thing still looks pretty decent. We come around the back, we see one thing that pretty much all these late 70s GM cars are known for. The fillers have fallen apart. They had kind of a rubber type filler, and Cadillac, Buick, Oldsmobile, they all used them, and they are all notorious for falling apart. They just didn't last. So it would need those, but the rest of this car, we look around the back of this thing, the lights are here, the trim is here, the trunk lock cover is even still here. And look at this bumper. I mean, it would even polish up pretty decent. So this old car really not in too bad a shape, considering this thing is 45 years old now at this point. Now, one thing about it, it would need a motor, there's no doubt about it, but our friend Tim, Mr. Good Pliers, after I got this in, I was talking to him about it, he knows where there's one at that runs, but is pretty rough. So if somebody did want to fix this car, we get a hold of Tim and find out where that other car's at, and that, or if you had a good running 403 or something like that of an Oldsmobile engine, this car definitely has a future. They're not the most popular car in the world, and I definitely understand that, but they are so unique. And I really like this era of car. The Eldorados, the Tornados, they were so cool, so different, and they're definitely cars that I think have never really gotten their due. Now, we all know the 76 Eldorado convertibles. have gotten extremely popular. The last big GM convertible, there was always a big to-do around about those cars. But the 77s, the 78s, the ones that are coupes, they just never really got the credit that the convertibles did. But they're a cool car. This one, I think, that would still have a future if somebody wanted to save one of these. I think this would be a good candidate. If nothing else, it's always going to be around for bits and pieces of guys that are restoring them. So kind of a cool old car, kind of excited to get it in, and we'll see what the future holds for it. If you got any questions about this Toronado or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground right now at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. Having that short conversation with you about your project or what you're looking for a project, year, make, model, body style, parts you need. All that detailed information is what I've got to have to know if I might be able to have something here to help you out with your project. So just give me a shout so we can have that short conversation, whether it's about the Toronado or any of the other cars and trucks here. That way I'll know exactly what you're looking for. So if you like these videos, be sure to check out the channel Nobody Show. Old cars, old trucks, memorabilia. That's what we do on here. That's about all I know. So that's really about all I know of what I can even talk about. So that's what we do. If you like this stuff, check it out. Definitely hit that subscribe button. We can tell a lot of you guys are watching but not subscribing, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And when you do that, definitely click that notifications button as well. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here. You don't want to miss any of that. Hope you guys enjoyed the old Toronado. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up. I've been buying a lot of cars and trucks that we need to share with you guys, so you don't want to miss any of them as they're coming up. Thanks for watching this one, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more cool old iron coming up in the near future.